I think that we are all looking for the secret sauce and that one thing that's going to propel us forward in our career and make the biggest difference. But what if I told you there was no secret sauce? What if you realized that success leaves clues, as in your own success? And what if I told you this story about how I got to where I am? When I decided to go to school for broadcasting, they didn't have a whole lot of women doing sports. In fact, it was such a far-fetched idea that I had a backup plan and then a backup plan to the backup plan. If they weren't going to let me do sports on TV, I was going to do news on TV. And if they weren't going to let me be on TV altogether, I was going to be a third-grade Lutheran school teacher. I had everything planned out when it came to my courses. But here's what else I planned out: how I was going to separate myself from everybody else that wanted a job. Look, if you want to work in sports, it kind of goes without saying that you're passionate about sports. That's a no-shit Sherlock thing to say. But if you want to show people that you're serious, you find a niche. Now, if you were a college athlete, that would be your niche. I was not. I, however, became a high school football official. And it started in college doing intramural sports. And while it was as much to earn money as it was anything else, it was also strategic on my part so that I could show a potential employer one day that I was serious enough about learning football and learning sports from a different point of view that I became an official, I learned the rule book, and I learned how to enforce penalties. I realized that that sounds like a stretch, but I stuck with it for 10 years. And you know what? By the time I got my job with the Seahawks working on the sidelines, it was a great selling point to show folks that I was serious about it. That's not the only thing I've been strategic with during the course of my career. I have planned out most of my career path. Now, it hasn't always gone according to plan, but I knew who I needed to talk to. I knew who I needed to stay on the radar of. And then I mapped out a way to stay on the radar, because you don't get a job after meeting somebody at one networking event. And I'm happy to say that things have worked out even better than I could have imagined. And when people say you're so lucky, I'll usually smile and say, thank you, I've been blessed. But deep down I know it's not luck, it's been strategy, and it's been planning. Here's what this means for you. You can be strategic with any career that you're going into. It doesn't matter if there are a lot of women doing it or not. What does matter is your ability to separate yourself from everybody else, which, oh, by the way, is a strategy that I would tell any guy to use as well too, because it's smart in competitive fields to figure out a way to be seen in kind of a niche and a specialized role. Here's what this means. You can't be bouncing around from thing to thing. Even when it seems boring that you show up to the same event every week or every month, or that you email the same person 4 times a year, that's exactly the point. That's how you stay on the radar, and that's how you ultimately get the opportunity to have your dream job. I hope that helped. It's just a little bit of my story. I'd love to hear yours. Please share it in the comments.